All right, Texas, we are coming up to something unprecedented. We are not used to this. Cold weather is coming. Now, I'm not talking about our usual 60 degrees cold weather and we start complaining. I am talking about -10, -15. The duration, about a week to 2 weeks of bitter cold weather. Our frost lines are just not deep enough for this. As you can see here in the map, this is where the warnings are. And as you can see, this is all of Texas. Now, here's where we are expecting ice and snow. Again, it's all over midline, all the way down to Austin. We're just not used to this. So get ready and get prepared. We're going to be looking at rolling blackouts, low natural gas. It is going to be the duration. Now, take care of yourself, bring the pets in, and also the shelters are going to be open, so if you have extra blankets, donate them now. And again, please take care of yourself and take care of others. Talking about -10, -15.
The weatherman looks cute.
About a week. Must be your glasses. No, he's not cute. What's wrong with you?
Do you think we're prepared?
It never gets -15, -10 in Texas. It's going to be shorts and t-shirt, watch. And plus, this guy has no clue what he's talking about. Texas has its own grid, and if it gets 31 degrees and the grid goes down, we have a flashlight and some batteries. Don't worry about it.
Did you even check?
We're going to be looking at rolling blackouts.
Maybe.
A few moments later.
Oh, it's so cold in here. Oh. Man, the power went out. It's crazy. It won't turn on. Haha. What the? Ran out of batteries. Great, this is not working either. Victory. Look at all that light. What is all this stuff? Anyways, I lit the candle. We're ready to go. What is up with all this stuff? Where are you getting the power from?
You weren't prepared.
I got the candle ready. So you got your cell phone, a heater, your laptop, and what is this thing right here?
A solar generator.
But it's dark. There's no solar. This is a pretty nice light. My candle is like 20 times less than this, but that's cool. Anyways, my setup is ready. Candle, romantic, all that stuff. It's warmer here though. How's that little heater getting powered by this? This is a nice setup. Please support the channel by subscribing. It helps immensely. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for our new videos. Thank you in advance. I would like not to thank Jackery for sending this to us on loan. We have emailed them, we have called them, and I've actually begged them, but all we got was crickets. I would like to thank the Friends Network. This is coming from WB, Waterboy's family again. And thank you guys for letting us review this. I felt so bad because I've actually used their Saga solar panel and I was the first one to actually use it. So thank you. I am very excited about reviewing this. As excited as I was with the Flex 1500. And the reason why is that everyone can buy this. It is affordable. It is a little Mighty Mouse. For small electronics, it is the best unit. A few housekeeping notes. We are going to link everything down in the description box so it's easy for everybody to get to it and make sure everybody gets the right model. Second is going to be, I'm going to review this like a normal reviewer. After the conclusions, I will geek out on this. I want to maximize this unit because some people will buy this as their sole solar generator. And I want to make sure they can push this to the limit and hopefully they can do better than me. What is this? This is a power station. It is a solar generator. The components in here is what I'm going to try to explain next. The first component is going to be the charge controller. The charge controller is exactly what it means. It's going to take charge of the power that is coming in via solar or AC power. Basically, it is like the mall cop. If you go to the mall in Christmas time and you're early, there is going to be no traffic and you can flow in as fast as you want. Now, if you go at the peak of Christmas rush, there's going to be a police officer or a mall attendant telling you where to go. Basically, the cells are starting to balance out. You can't find parking spots and you have to kind of go around and make sure you can park. When the parking lot is full, this charge controller will stop that energy. So the parking lot's full, you cannot get in there anymore. The second component is going to be the battery itself. Of course, this is self-explanatory. This is going to take that solar power and you are going to charge this battery. And finally, you're going to need an inverter. So this is an inverter and you're about to see my PTSD. You're going to hook up positive first and then there's going to be a spark here. And this is where you're going to see my PTSD. Ooh, there it is. And then now you have completed this circle. Now you can use this as a power station. This system before Go Zero came out, this is your power station. This is how it was. You will still use this in an RV system, a cabin, or if you truly want to go off grid, but you have to have premium equipment. This is modified sine wave. This is off of our camper, and we actually have an extra charge controller because we upgraded. And here you go. Here is the appliance that we're going to power up today. And you're going to figure out if this is going to be modified sine wave. And I'm going to try to let you guys listen to this hum. You hear that? And that's modified sine wave. Let's check out the specs on the Jackery 300. Your first port is going to be your input port. This is 8mm standard to Jackery and Go Zero. And during our testing, I use primarily Go Zero products, so they will work. Second port is going to be your USB-C. This is why I recommend this unit. You can dual charge it. It makes it very versatile. You have a USB-C that's both input and output rated at 60 watts. You get two USB-A ports and one is quick charge and one is standard, 5 volts by 2.4 amps giving you 12 watts. You get two AC wall outlets. This is outstanding. I always want to plug one in for my laptop and another one for my sensitive equipment. Good job, Jackery. This is going to be pure sine wave at 300 watts. Very nice. Next is going to be your DC output, your cigarette lighter. It's going to be 12 volts by 10 amps. This is regulated. This is what Jackery is famous for. They were first in the market for this. The battery capacity is only at 293. I don't know why this irritates me. They should have overbuilt this. They were probably talking about the inverter, but again, what else are you going to be hiding, right? 293 watts. And the battery chemistry is going to be NMC, just like my Flex. Still a good chemistry. It's for lightweight and portability. They're going to tell you the life cycle is going to be 500 cycles to 80% capacity. And they do use really nice batteries, LG and BAC. It has an overvoltage protection. And we talked about the AC ports, and here they are. If you want to pause it, this is the time to pause it. The charge times are going to be over here, and we're going to try to max charge this thing. My goal is to be around 2 hours, like what they said on their website. The weight is 7.1 pounds. It does not feel like that. It feels super light. You can throw this around like your girlfriend or wife, of course, with consent. And then here are your operating temperatures. And when you sign up for the warranty, they give you an extra year. All right, so what's included is going to be your Jackery 300 unit itself, your charge cable, your car charge cable, which is, I am truly jealous of this because Goal Zero doesn't provide this, and it is so simple, DC to DC. Then your AC wall outlet plug, which is pretty outstanding too, and then your user manual. Here are the improvements that they made on the Jackery 300. Here is the 500, here is the 300. I want to concentrate on their inputs. When I did the testing on the 500, I can only get in 85 watts. Now on the 300, I was limited to the 2 weeks that I had. In Murphy's Law, the day I needed to do solar, I can only get in 104, but I think it maxes out at that, and I had 2 solar sagas. The party trick that is really cool is the USB-C port. It can take in 60. I was able to push out 50, and I got a whopping 130 watts. This is very important because you can charge the Jackery 300, your appliance or your tool batteries, and even a power bank. This is very essential, especially for emergency preparedness. This is a demo on how easy and quick it is to deploy this Jackery system. This is a Solar Saga, which to me is the industry standard, and you just plug it into the 8mm port. The positives about this is that Saga is very efficient. It is also very wind resistant. The negatives are that it is not waterproof. You'll see me deploy the 2 stands here, and that's it. You are now collecting solar. And today we are getting a lot of cloud cover, and it's only getting 6 watts, but it's working. Here's a demo of us using an aftermarket solar panel, which is flexible. These are MC4 connectors. If you want to see a demo on how we put those together, the MC4s, it's very easy. Check out our first episode. And now all I'm going to do is put into the 8mm port, and these are Goal Zero cables. You're going to see the efficiency here of the Saga. You see how we got 6 watts and this one only got 1? Let's start off with the negatives. I really wanted this to be able to power the refrigerator and freezer for a short amount of time, and it did not even try to do it. It failed. But that's okay. It's not rated for that. This time lapse represents daily usage. I mowed the lawn. I actually just need to drain these batteries in order for the next experiment, which is maximum charge rate. I had 2 panels in parallel, and the results are 104. Excellent job, Jackery. The max charge rate test. This is a beautiful day. We are going to start off at 16%. We are going to be also utilizing the USB-C, 2 solar panels in parallel, and it was up to 80 in 2 hours and 36 minutes. That's outstanding. This is going to be a max charge from AC. I'm using my energy. It is discharging at 100 watts. It's actually 99, but I'm going to make it easy numbers for us. What's going into Jackery is 76. We'll make it 75. We are actually losing 25% efficiency right now, but that's still pretty good. So there's nothing abnormal about that. Every Jackery does that. The party trick is going to be coming from the USB-C. When I plug this in, we will see the charge rate go up. I am now discharging at 157, sometimes 58 from my energy. And this is a really good test for my energy now too. It is actually putting out 60 watts, which is rated for. And guess what? The Jackery 300 is now inputting at 120 watts. They fixed it. Now you can actually dual charge this unit. This is the reason why I can recommend this. 120 watts going in. Excellent job, Jackery. When I look at the Jackery on how to charge it, I was salivating just because of the other option, the USB-C. But the plan I had is always destroyed with the first shot, right? So right now we're using the same cable, the USB-C, and I put an adapter on it, so now it's USB-A. And this port is actually quick charge. It's displacing 5 watts, and what is going into the Jackery is only 2. So that is a broken light bulb moment for me, but at the same time, I am learning, and I'm actually really glad that I did. This next test is going to prove how efficient the inverter is in the Jackery. And our control are going to be our Ryobi batteries. We have 2 of the same chargers, 2 of the same batteries, and we're actually going to switch them out just for this experiment. To prove that these are power hungry, they're both at 50%. The goal zero should reach 50. This is the charger that we use when we travel because it doesn't tax the alternator, it's only at 50 watts. Now, as you can see with the Jackery, it's only 42 watts. It is only at 42 watts. That is excellent. And we've proven this with my energy too. So it's not only that we've used the goal zero, we actually use this with the energy and it has been very consistent. This has always been the better inverter. I'm not sure what kind of magic Jackery uses, but it is very, very good. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to switch them just to make sure we have a control. Okay, so now the goal zero is at 52 and the Jackery was at 43, 39. So now the results are going to be 52 for the goal zero and the highest that I've seen for Jackery is going to be 42, so a little bit slightly higher for both. Right now it's 37. That is very nice. That inverter again proves that it is more efficient. The test that I hate the most, the discharge test, but it is also very necessary and this is your proof of purchase. I am limited to the kilowatt and the results are going to be 240 and 240 divided by 290 equals a efficiency, which is industry standard. This is going to be a premium system for under $500. Let's start off with the solar panel Renergy, 100 watts. And this one is going to be less than $1 per watt. That is very good. Next one that you need is going to be an MC4 to 8mm adapter from Goal Zero. That's $25. The 30-foot cable, that is also going to be $25. Next, the catalyst of our system is going to be Mighty Mouse over here, and this is going to be $300. You can wait for this to go on sale. This is a very good unit. I've seen it around $260. For Black Friday, I saw it at $209. It was actually very hard for me not to purchase it, but I did it. This just get it when it goes on sale. Next is going to be the fan. This is normally at $20, and get this at Home Depot. The next one is going to be this USB charging station. This is usually $22, and it's only online in Home Depot. And the light. This little on-night light is usually $10. That's $477. And that completes everything that you need, and the link will be down below. My wish list. This doesn't have a light. This is the model that you need that 3-watt LED light. I would like a diffuse light instead of that flashlight. I don't care where you guys put it, but something that you have enough light so you can play cards. Next, flatten this Jackery top here. When I put my phone on it, it slides off, and there is no perfect way on how to put this on there. It just slides off. If you want my advice, don't put wireless charging. All you need to do is put a magnet on here, so that way our phones will stick, because we already use these magnetic strips for our cars, so that would be really good. My last wish is going to be this 8mm proprietary game. I would like you guys to put a Anderson connector, that way it opens up the platform. Jackery does not sell an 30-foot extension. We have to get it from somewhere else. But the input of your Jackery is sometimes small and sometimes big. If you put an Anderson here, it will just open everything up and we can use our accessories. If not, sell the 30-foot extension. So that way, this is more user-friendly. 7 feet is just not enough. In conclusion, this is going to be the modern equivalent of the Colt single action or Colt peacemaker. This makes man equal. If I was standing next to a billionaire in Yellowstone and we're both going on a picnic and I make minimum wage, if I'm there for an extended amount of time, if I need to charge my phones, both of us are going to grab this. The quality, the durability, and dependability of this Jackery is already legend. Whether or not you're using this to back up your Tesla roof with a Tesla battery, or you're 100% off-grid, or this is going to be your sole unit, this is the one to have. If you're going to power up small electronics, this is the one I would 100% recommend. We're going to do a Q&A. This is the most frequently asked questions from Jackery's website. This can power everything within 300 watts. What it cannot power is a refrigerator, a mini fridge, a freezer, as we proved here. But small electronics, it can power. It can even power up your 55-inch TV, and you can do that. It does that pretty well. Yes, it has passed through, so it can be getting solar at 100 and expending 100 watts too. Yes, it can. Yes, the MPPT controller is the most updated, and this is a really good question. In September 2020 is when they released this, so this is probably one of the most up-to-date Jackeries. And the MPPT controller from my mileage can do 104 watts. That's 18650, the back batteries. So on the website, they say that it's 500 cycles from 500 to 0, 500 to 0. You shouldn't do that. You should minimum have it to 20. I usually have mine to 50 and I bring it back up. Those cells last for a long time. The back is going to be the best Chinese made 18650 battery in the market. Thank you guys for sticking around. This is the geek side of it. This is actually what makes me happy. So I thought all USB-Cs were created equal. They are not. Most normal USB-Cs actually just push out at 15 watts. And this Ryobi battery, my Ghost battery right here that no one uses, I'll use it in the wintertime and I can power up my Jackery with this. Right now, that inverter is pushing out 30 watts. And what I'm inputting into the Jackery is 25 watts. That's pretty cool. I get to expand my battery. On this experiment, what I'm doing is a USB-A to a USB-C. This is the limitations now. I'm only pushing out 4 watts from the Ryobi inverter and I'm only getting 2 watts into the Jackery, basically trickle charging it. But I'm getting a 50% loss. That is a very inefficient way of using the system, but at least we know. Here is our proof of purchase on the quick charge USB-A port, and we're charging our drone batteries and it is at 18 watts. This is going to be nerd level stuff right here. I've always wanted to see if the quick charge would give me a little bit more wattage, and it did. 11 watts versus 10 watts here. Yes, nerd level. This was a fun test. How much solar can I get with just 100 watts of solar? Now, Murphy's Laws hit. My washing machine broke and I had to fix it that day, and my house does not orient well to solar, but with that being said, I still got really good results. At 0730, we started collecting energy, and we started off at 15%. At 0930, we're at 29%. At 1100, we're at 71%. This is when I started to charge the power banks. At the end of the day, my power banks collected around 250. I do not have the footage of the kilowatt, and I do apologize. I will redo this test with my flex battery. Conservatively, I got 550 watts at the end of the day. This is outstanding, especially because we were doing house maintenance. You can do better than this.